The summons to appear for the 6 persons believed to bear the greatest responsibility for the post-election skirmishes have ushered in the most rigorous phase of dealing with the matter that made Kenya grab the international headlines for all the wrong reasons. But just what are summons to appear before the court, and in which instances are they issued?
The judges have looked at the evidence as submitted to them by the prosecutor, and they have found that there is a case to answer. So those individuals are no longer suspects, they are actually now accused.
When the 6 suspects arrive at The Hague next month, the charges that have been preferred against each one of them will be formally read out. The suspects will be required to take a plea of either guilty or not guilty in respect of each of the charges.
Article 58 of the Rome Statute provides a number of conditions under which summons will be issued. The judges will need a commitment that the accused will not interfere with witnesses or in any way undermine the investigations. They will want assurances that these individuals will present themselves before the court as the process proceeds.
The International Criminal Court is now in session.
Thereafter, the process of determining the cases will kick off. This involves the adducing of the evidence submitted by the court's prosecutor and the arguments that will be made by the accused person's legal defense. The suspects will at this point get an opportunity to submit any exonerating evidence that they may have.
And it's a public hearing that happens over several months. The judges will want commitment from these individuals that they will attend court, which will render it unnecessary for them to be detained.
Once the suspects honor the summons on the 7th of next month, is there a possibility of them being detained at the Hague-based court until their cases are dispensed with?
As long as they commit themselves, and I believe this will be in writing, to live by those conditions, then there should be no risk at all that they will be arrested.
If the suspects opt to ignore the summons, the court's prosecutor will apply for warrants of arrest, a situation that will immediately turn them into international fugitives.
So what would happen is that the prosecutor may go back to the judges and say, I'm unable to secure the presence of the accused. Could you then substitute the summons with arrest warrants? Then the arrest warrants are distributed to all the state's parties, which are under an obligation to arrest any of these accused persons, should they set foot in those countries.
The Kenyan government, as a signatory to the Rome Statute, will also be required to cooperate with the court at all times during the process of determining whether the 6 suspects are culpable of the post-election violence crimes.
Just like in any other judicial process, the Ocampo 6 are deemed to be innocent until proven guilty. They will, however, have to comply with the conditions set out by the court to ensure that their cases are expedited, particularly with the general election fast approaching. Gachuri, Citizen Live at 9.